Oh, this might be my favorite game of the weekend. The Seattle Seahawks so good at home, coming off a disappointing loss. They bring in the Kansas City Chiefs. Speaking of disappointing losses, had that one go right down to the wire with the Los Angeles Chargers. They look to rebound. They need to rebound because if the Chargers are to win out, Buck, the Chiefs could go from the number 1 seed to the number 5 seed. This is the definition of a must-win game.
Must-win game on both sides. And so when you look at these big games, it typically comes down to the best players. And when I look at this, it is all about Travis Kelce having to deal with Bobby Wagner. And Travis Kelce, you have a dynamic tight end who's really a glorified wide receiver. This is a guy that is a matchup nightmare. He's tough to defend. He can play in the slot, and he has all the tricks of the trade when it comes to being able to get open. Speed, quickness, stop-start ability, catches the ball, can run after the catch and make things happen. The Kansas City Chiefs will do a bunch of different concepts to try and put him in a situation where he can take advantage of favorable matchups. Here we see him in the slot again. Once again, working one-on-one, finding a way to create space, separation, gets into the open space, makes the catch, takes the big hit. He is the security blanket. He's the comfort zone for Pat Mahomes. I know Tyreek Hill gets all the fanfare, but Travis Kelce is kind of the heartbeat of that offense.
And no doubt. And Travis Kelce, I think you pull the NFL, I would say he is the best tight end in the entire league. And when I look at linebackers, I feel like this guy gets left out of the conversation for some reason. I don't know why. Bobby Wagner has been one of the best linebackers for several years running now because he can do everything. He can play downhill, Buck. Watch him fill right here, get off the block, find the football, get the football. He's outstanding in the run game. He has that lateral range. But what he does best, one of the best cover linebackers in the NFL, his ability to kind of see through the quarterback, to read route concepts, anticipate, and just drive on footballs. You see it in zone coverage. You also see it when he matches up in man. This one, a little pick six action for number 54, Bobby Wagner. He's going to have his hands full, and he is going to have his hands full with Kelce when they match up. I look for him, though, even when they're in the zone, just lock in on the quarterback and be able to read eyes and see if he can't get a hand on a ball from Patrick Mahomes. The only thing I would acknowledge there is make sure those hands are taped up because that thing's coming with some heat.
It absolutely is coming with some heat. And this game is really interesting because the Seattle Seahawks let one slip a week ago to the San Francisco 49ers. And I know the Kansas City Chiefs are smarting from their loss against the Chargers, but the Seahawks have to get them. So I think this is one where they're playing at home. It kind of plays to their favor. Look for their running game to get established, and I think they pull off an upset. I think the Seattle Seahawks knock off the Kansas City Chiefs in a big win at home.
You know, calling that game up there earlier this year with the Chargers taking on the Seahawks, at that point in time, Russell Wilson had yet to lose to an AFC opponent at home, which was astounding to me. I could not believe that to be true. But for the Seahawks, unfortunately, the Chargers go in there and they knock them off. So now they're going to get a chance to face another AFC West team carrying the same record as the Chargers at 11-3 coming in there. I think the Chiefs, they rebound, Buck. I think they do find a way to get it done up there in Seattle. Not an easy place to play, no doubt. I just think maybe a little bit too much firepower for that Kansas City offense. I'll go with the Chiefs to get the win on the road.
Click here to subscribe to the NFL YouTube channel and click here to subscribe to the Move the Sticks podcast.